Okay, this is a visual inspection report of lot number 12878-243. Of course, you can see this is a 2000 Four River pop-up camper. My name is Randy Barber. I went over this morning, March 1st, 2013. I arrived at Copart at approximately 9:30 and began inspecting this vehicle. This was the first inspection of the day, and is my report on this inspection. I'm going to be using the Copart pictures here because they were in very good shape. I've added a couple to them, and this narration will be from the use of those pictures. Overall, approaching the camper, it looked just as described in the pictures. It looks in good shape. I did go around on the tires. As you cannot see here, the tires are approximately half worn, maybe not quite that much, but they have several thousand miles still left in them. Appear to be in good shape. The camper in all overall is in real good shape, but pretty much you can tell that from the photos. So moving forward with that, the front tongue is in good shape on the vehicle. All the fixtures here that you see as far as the propane tanks, lights, hookups, and all that are intact. Now the crank right here, this vehicle does have a crank up mechanism to raise the roof. The crank is in good shape. Of course, my assumption is that the crank handle is inside one of the locked compartments that I could not get into. Another thing I want to take the opportunity to point out is this vehicle is actually not going up for sale according to Copart this coming Monday as it was scheduled to go. It appears to have been removed from the auction, and it looks like it will be going through in a future date, which is common. All this means is that the insurance company has not released it yet for the sale. But back to the camper, it seems to be in good shape. I'm fairly confident that the crank will raise up from the appearance of the vehicle going through it. There's no cracked lens. This apparently has been a hail damage claim by State Farm, would be my assumption. The camper was sold new in Lebanon, Tennessee, at one of our recreation centers here close to Copart. We've had a lot of hail here in the past 6 to 8 months, and this is more than likely what's happened and why this camper is up for sale now. It was a total loss due to the hail damage claim that was filed on it. Going all the way around with it, like I said, the doors are in good compartments, or the doors are in good shape. They're all locked, no way to get in them. Could not tell anything about them other than it does appear that you're going to have to replace the locks unless they can be purchased from the dealer. I'm not sure of this. Back of the camper, as you can tell, still in fine shape. You got your little scuff here on your RV cover or your spare tire cover. This vehicle can clean up to be a very nice camper. The roof vents are okay. Air conditioner, of course, the top of it seems to be okay. I think most of the time I'm going through here just as what you expect to find. Overall, from the Copart pictures, you can tell most of the damage here is going to be limited to what they have pointed out on the pictures. I was not able to get in the camper. However, I was able to open up the door and get in. As you can see, I want to touch on a couple of things that you can see are these cracks here on the corners. Not much damage at all. Front and back. Of course, these are from the Copart pictures. Now, I was able to get the roof up enough and tell that the interior of the camper appears to be in good shape. The floor is not wet, it's not torn, anything like that. I look up at the cushions. They don't appear to be wet. There's no wetness around the cabinet. As I say again, I think this is going to be a hail damaged camper. I think it was probably put down and then just probably part of an insurance claim, like I said. Looking under the floor, the interior of the camper, there's just absolutely no reason to assume that this is not in good shape. It's not torn. There's not a lot of junk stored in the camper. It looks like it's been maintained okay. As you can see, the cushions here, not wet. There's no stains on them. There's no stains on the interior of the cabinets here. So I think that overall, you're going to be in pretty good shape by placing your bid on this camper. I did pay special attention to the floor to make sure there was no bucking up of any nature on the floor. I did look up under the camper. Here's the crank that you can see is in good shape, all intact. Need the propane tank, but the tongue of the camper, the chains, all of that are in good shape. Going up under the camper here, I took a shot, and the floor's dry. The holding tanks are in good shape. It really just looks like somebody just took advantage of a hail claim here and uh, turned it in, and State Farm just totaled the camper out. Back to the front of it, I can't recommend anything other than it's a good camper. It appears to be. Like I said, it's just not beat up. You can see what's obviously there on the Copart pictures. Underneath, interior, like I said, I can get to it. I think you're going to be in fine shape. Investing in the camper, what you had thought about investing in it, maybe even a little more. I don't think I would lose this camper because I think a few hours of spent time on it can really make it a very nice camper. Um, so if you need us to help you on brokering it or anything further, you have my contact number, and I'd be glad to help you if I can.